Real quick. Real quick message. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Tarot readers, spiritual readers don't have my permission to pull on my energy or read my energy. Real quick message. It is dangerous at this time. It's dangerous for you to speak to people from your past. We're not even talking about reconnecting with people from your past. We're talking about you just, you know, speaking to them. It could be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years ago that you have spoke to these person, and it could be it could be a very dangerous situation for you. Don't fall. Let me break it down. Let me break it down like a pound. Talking to people from your past can be dangerous for you. It can be dangerous for your future. Because these people from your past are now in the same situations that you overcame. These people from your past want to be your counselor when they are the ones that are in need of counseling. If you talk to these people from your past, they will drag you right back to your past. They want you to hear, they don't want to hear anything about what's good and going on in your life right now. What you've overcame, what you've overcome, what you have accomplished, how you have elevated in life. They will completely ignore all of your accomplishments and take you right back to your past. Significantly, things that had gotten you down in the past, or had put you down, or made you fall. They take you right back to that very moment, that very day. They have been carrying around your dirt for this very moment. They have been praying to get the chance to catch up with you, so they'll be able to throw this dirt right back in your face. As if you didn't overcome that thing. As if you didn't conquer that thing. As if you didn't put it in the dirt and leave it in the dirt. They'll bring up your past, and as soon as you speak on it, soon as you speak on what you overcame, this tough situation, they don't forget your past. They remember everything about your past. Those people are jumping and starting to counsel you on things of your past. They will literally bring up your past, bring up your dirt, bring up your shortcomings, bring up your hard times, and then begin to counsel you on these things that you overcame 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago. Now they want to counsel you on things that happened in your life 10 years ago, 5 years ago. They'll begin to counsel you. Girl, don't worry about it. They ain't nobody. Over talking you, won't let you get a chance to speak for yourself. Even think about it. Even think about after, they'll tell you, they'll bring up your dirt, try to counsel you on it. And then when you try to speak up, they'll tell you, girl, don't even worry about them. Don't even worry about them. You don't even think about them. You was never thinking about that situation. They're the ones that brought it up. But they're gonna be quick to cancel what you overcame. They don't want to see you as the overcomer. They don't want to give you your props. They don't want to say, yes, queen, you came through that thing. You went through that storm and you came out. Now you looking good. You feeling good. You smelling good. You shining. No, no. They don't want to address the new you. They want to address the past. But these are those very same people that when you was in your darkest moments, in these moments, they can now remember so clear. They didn't have any words for you when you was going through your dark moment though, back then. They didn't have any encouraging words to tell you when you was going through your storm. They didn't have any wise counseling for you. So now, why is it 3, 4, 5, 6 years later, you've done elevated, you done stepped into your purpose, you done stepped into your calling, you done became successful in whatever it is that you do? Whatever you do, you successful at it. So why now do they have these encouraging words for something that you're not even going through anymore? They have this wise advice now for something that happened in your life 20 years ago. But they was right there when it happened to you 20 years ago. And they acted like they couldn't see. They didn't have time. They was with their other friends. They was doing this. They was doing that. They didn't have a shoulder for you to lean on. They didn't have a shoulder for you to cry on. But now that you're standing in front of them, self-made, these people will do weird shit like this. Come here, girl. Come here, you can cry on my shoulder, girl. It's okay. And you like, what the fuck? What's going on? What did I miss? These are those people. That's why it's very dangerous, this little witchcraft game that they play, to take you back when you was in lack, to take you back when you were struggling. That's witchcraft. That's what they doing. That's what this is. Now they have encouraging words for the situation that happened to you 10 and 20 years ago. These are those people that don't want to be healed. These are those people that are still broken and want to take you back to the day that you was broken. Want to take you back to your brokenness because they just can't see you as someone being healthy, healed, happy, and whole. They want to take you back to the day that you was broken. And their daily prayers and routine was to see you. These are their prayers. It was their daily prayers, their daily routines to want to see you broken down. Want to see you broke down. Want to see you hurt. Want to see you go through pain. And act as if they don't see it, they don't see what you're going through. This was a lot of people's prayers, to see you broken, unhealed, and unworthy of anything good. So that's why they don't want to address this new you. This healed you. They don't want to address it because they would have to address how you have elevated. They would have to address how you outgrew your city, your town, your family, your circumstances. While they still in that same city, they still in that same town, and more than likely, they still talk to your family. Still. They don't want to talk about situations that you overcame and have overcome because they are still in those situations. Still with these same family members. Same family that couldn't even be there, still talking to your family. They don't want to address your new job, your new business, because they still working at that same old job with those same toxic coworkers, with those same frenemies, those same hyenas. They don't want to talk about your new business because they haven't started a business of their own. That's why they don't want to address the new you. They want to address the old you, the past you, because they ass is still going through, and they still going through it because they walked around as if they was the bag lady, holding your dirt, all of your dirt in their bags, all of your shortcomings in their bags. All of your pain is in their bags. All of your days of suffering is in their bags. All of your hurt is in their bags. Everything that you went through is in these people from your past bags. And they wonder why their life is weighed down and heavy. While their life is overloaded, overwhelmed. While their spirit is overwhelmed, overworked, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, they're carrying around your dirt. And the day that you give these people an opportunity to stand in your face or to talk to you again, they'll throw that very same dirt up in your face. Just a little bit. They ain't gonna throw it all in your face because they need something to keep for themselves. They need some dirt to keep for themselves now. Because they love lugging this shit around. They love it. These are the people that love to be weighed down. They love to be weighed down. They remember your abusive relationships. They'll remember when you was in a domestic violence situation. But they won't address. Dang, sis, you went through that domestic situation, but you came out. You got out of it. You ain't staying there long. But they'll bring it up like, girl, you remember when Johnny used to beat you? And it's like that's the end of the conversation. Like, you remember when your family used to steal from you? And it's like, these are those people. These are those people from your past. If you ever gave them the opportunity, if you ever blessed them to be in your presence again, they got this same dirt that God done washed away. You don't even remember. You ain't toting it around because they're toting it around. You ain't holding on to it because they're holding on to it. They holding on to it tight too, like a souvenir. I'm talking about they got it in the headlock, but are still themselves. The reason why they bring it up when you was in a domestic violence situation, because they still in a domestic violence situation, and you're not. So they want to bring you back to your past that is now their reality. Your past is now their life that they live every single day. And they don't find it strange. They don't find it funny that they turned their backs on you when you was in a time of need. But now they're in these very same situations. And they don't find it funny. It's okay with them. Long as they can bring you back there. You've been married for 5 years. You've been married for 10 years, happily married. Spoiled wife. Taken care of husband. But if you ever gave these people the opportunity to bless them, to just have another conversation with you, they'll bring this up. No, they don't want to talk about your loving husband that pay all the bills, take care of you, help you with your dreams. They don't want to talk about, that. They don't even want to know his name. They don't even want to meet him. You remember when Johnny used to knock you upside your head? Girl, that scared me. You like, what scared you? Did I miss something? You ain't talked to these people in 5 years. She talking about, girl, that scared me. What scared you, girl? What had your tail between your legs, girl? What you just seen? No, when Johnny had beat you 10 years ago. And then they take you back to that place and you remember this motherfucker wasn't scared. They wasn't even there for you. They didn't have nothing good to say. They didn't have a solution to your problem. They didn't have no advice. They didn't have a shoulder. It's like they didn't have no shoulders. No, I don't got no shoulder for you to lean on over. No, don't bring that over here. Don't come to my house because, if you can recall, these are those friends that told you when you was in your domestic violence situation, these was those friends that told you, oh, no, girl, no, you can't come over here this weekend because I'm scared that Johnny gonna follow you and stalk you over here. And then he gonna know where I stay at. And then he gonna be stalking me. And then I'm just not trying to get involved in your situation. These are those friends that told you they didn't want to get involved in your situation. They went, oh, but now that you have overcame but now they have sympathy. Now they remember. Now you can come over. Oh, you can come over if you want to, because I don't think he's still stalking you. I don't think he's still watching you. You like, that was 10 years ago. What are you talking about? They remember. It's so funny how these people, they suffer from dementia. They forget a lot of shit, but your dirt, they remember it to the T. If a lot of them don't have it written down. That's how much they remember it. It's in their diary. The day you took that fall. It's in their diary the day you called them. Because you was betrayed by your family. Whatever the situation is, they wrote that shit down, the date, the time. But a lot of these people don't even know their children's shoe size. But they remember the day that you stumbled and you fell into the traps of the enemy and nobody was there to save you. They'll remind you of that. Girl, you remember when you ain't have nobody? You remember when you ain't have nobody to be there for you? Because they want to take you back to that place. Because they enjoyed it so much. It was like a high for them. It was like fuel to their car. It was their motivation. How hurt you was. How depressed you was. It was like a thrill. It's like they felt like they could conquer the world with their chests out because you was hurt, because you was down and out, because you was suffering, because you was losing no matter how hard you tried. And these was the same friends doing witchcraft on you the whole time. That's why they didn't have a shoulder for you to lean on, but they wanted to make sure they got a good eye on their stuff that was working, their dark magic that was working. That's why you're like, dang, why this friend acting like this now? Like, you know, acting all weird and stuff. It's because they was causing this spiritual warfare on you. They was calling it in. They was summoning it in. Come on in. Speaking in tongues and things. These church people that you can find in, and then next Sunday service is all about what you told them behind closed doors, confidential information you would tell these church people. And then Sunday service, it's all about everything that you told them confidential. That was the solution to your problems. If you notice, they never had a solution to your problem. Now they just got something they got something to get the church clapping and feet stomping. They got a Sunday service. And it's everything you confided in them and told them. And now they finna use your story to touch to spin and put a twist on it, and then touch the people in the church and pass that plate around. So they making money off of your pain. So why would they not want to see you in pain if they're making money off of your pain in Sunday service? Why would they want to see you happy when they getting a standing ovation based off of personal, confidential information that you felt because that's the thing. These people, they want you to trust them. They want you to open up and trust them. So you can tell them confirmation. So you can tell them personal information about yourself. And what your friends would do, your frenemies, you would tell, oh my goodness, I just can't believe my family just, oh my God, whatever the situation is. She'll go tell her mama, oh, my friend is in an abusive relationship. And how is you telling your mama gonna help this? Just want to pass it on. Just want to pass it on. Just want to pass your pain around like a blunt. That's why we breaking it all down now like a pound, okay? These people, they felt good about your situation. They felt good about your situation when you was down and out, but they still in that very same situation. But you overcame the situation easily. Yeah, that's why they don't want to address it. They don't want to address how you easily overcame whatever you was faced with. That's why they don't want to address the new you. They still ain't, because they still ain't walked out the door. They still in an abusive relationship. They ain't said enough is enough for themselves. So how can they give you props where it's due? When they don't even have the strength or the courage to do what you've done, to do what you did. They can't fit your shoe size. That's why they don't want to give you props, because they're stuck in the same situation that you easily overcame. Because you love yourself. That's why. You came back, and this dirt, you allow these people, because some of y'all did, and they still sitting in that same dirt. How can they praise you and give you props for something they can't even or don't have the courage or the strength to do for themselves? These are those people from your past. Somebody that made it out of a situation that they feel like they can't make it out of. They won't give you any type of recognition. And when they get the chance or the opportunity to speak to you after 5 or 10 years, instead of coming to you and saying, girl, you overcame that situation. Can you help me out of it? Girl, you did that. Can you pray me out of it? Girl, can you help lead me out of this situation? No. What they're going to do is they're going to try to counsel you. They're going to be your counselor. They're going to become a certified, counselor. They're going to become an ordained healer. They want to counsel you so bad for the things of your past, but couldn't counsel you when you was going through it. Now that everything in your life is good and great, now they'll say, I want to take this person back to the past. Even though I didn't give them the love, the support, the encouragement when they was going through it, when they was going through their dark moment, I want to give it to them now after they've done all the work, after they've healed, after they've forgotten about it. These are those tricky little bastards. See, they'll never accept you as someone who is healed, because they can never accept themselves as someone who will be healed. How can they see you as their counselor or someone who could heal them? But that means they would have to accept you to be in that position. And that's a position that people feel like it's above them. It would be above them. It would mean that you would be on a level that they have not gotten to yet. And they don't want to admit that. They'd rather go and skin a cat than to admit, girl, queen, king, you overcame that. You came out. You went through the storm and came out. I need your advice. I need your support. I need whatever you did. I need your healing. I need your nurturing power. I need you to show me what you did. I need you to tell me what you did. I need your advice. These people would rather skin a cat alive than to say that to you. But you've gone through these things that they're in these situations now. So, most of the time that's who we look to, is people that have gone through things that we've went through, and we can get advice from them. No, these people, they rather skin a cat and act like they're your counselor. Now they got all the advice that you need. They got all the shoulder that you need to cry on. They got it. You married, this is the witchcraft that they do. You married with children now. And this situation happened 10 years ago. And they'll be sitting there like a dummy talking about, girl, you a good woman. You deserve better. Don't ever go back to him. Don't ever talk to him again. And you'll be like, these are the mental patients that escaped. These are the mental people that people don't have the balls to tell them, like, hey, we love you, but we want to see about your mental health. These are those people. You'll be like, girl, who? Don't go back to who? Johnny, and you're married with 9 kids. This happened 20 years ago. And these people remember it like it was yesterday. And you like, what do you mean don't go back to him? Girl, I've been married for 10 years. I've been married for 10 years, got 2 kids, a dog, the house, a white picket fence. What do you mean don't go back there? That's witchcraft. That's word magic. That's them using their imagination to see you in that same situation that happened to you 10 years ago. They talking to you like you still in that very same situation because this is the witchcraft. Because they want to see you back there. That's why they taking your mind back there. What's that saying? When a woman check out of a relationship, what checks out first? Her mind will be somewhere else, but she's still in that relationship. This is the witchcraft. These are the witches and the warlocks in your life. Well, they not in your life, but you didn't know they was witches until and if you allow just a conversation with these people, and they'll reveal themselves. They will reveal themselves. You living your best life. Listen. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Y'all bear with me, because I don't know what I did with my message. We rebuke that in the mighty name of Jesus. But this is what these people will do. They'll talk to you as if you still in that same situation. These are those people that, right, when you was in their life, you could have needed a job. And you like, girl, you will help me find a job. No, she didn't want to help you find a job. She didn't talk to the supervisor for you or nothing like that. So, 10, 20 years later down the line, she find you on Instagram or Facebook. You got 3 different businesses now. You successful now. You the CEO. You the owner. These are those people that will wiggle their way back into your life. Knowing you a business owner. Knowing you got employees now. Knowing you a big old boss. And they'll say, girl, I'm going to help you find a job. I'm going to help you. I'm going to call down there to Leroy, and I'm going to help you get a job. And you standing there like, what? Like, do you have the right person? Or is it like, this is their witchcraft? This is their witchcraft. But they couldn't help you 10 or 20 years ago find a job, but now that you're a successful businessman, now that you have employees, now that you have offices, now that you and they know this because they watch everything you do. They watch your social media. You have forgotten about these people, but these people have never forgotten about you. Old frenemies, old witches. They have not forgotten about you. They have kept up with your every move, I just heard, everywhere I go, every smile, there's a place with somebody who needs you. When you're lost out there, you're all alone. Time is waiting to carry me home. Everywhere you, yeah, now they feel like, and it's like they want to insult you. They want to insult your intelligence. They want to slap you in the face for becoming successful. How dare you? I see you as someone who is struggling looking for a job. That's how I remember you, and that's how I want to remember you. That's the mindset of these people. I remember you like this, and this is the only way that I want to remember you. Picture me rolling, and my homies. Picture me rolling. That's that Nipsey Hustle. Picture me rolling with my homies. They don't want to picture you rolling. They don't. They want to picture you and remember you when you was lost, broken, and confused. These are those people that when you was homeless and needed somewhere to stay, they out there. They don't see you. They don't got no. We full. Your family ain't open them doors for you. They ain't open them doors for you, your family, your friends. But now that you are a landlord of many properties, now that you own many properties, you got tenants, you a landlord. These are those very same people. If you give them the opportunity, and they your friend, you know they following you on Facebook, you know they following you on Instagram because they sent you the request, you accept it, you know these people follow you and they don't like anything. They seen you cut the big ribbon on 5 different properties that you own now. They seen you shake hands and post pictures about how you changing lives by giving back to the community. Maybe you have your properties valued a little lower so that families can afford them. They see all that. But if you give these bastards the opportunity, they'll stand before you and say, "Girl, I'm gonna find you somewhere to stay. I'm gonna call down there to Rufus and see if he got a room for rent available, or down there at the shack, and see if they got a bed, a cot down there." And you like, what? What did you just say? What did you just say out your mouth? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? They don't. They don't. They don't understand it. And this is witchcraft. This is the witchcraft that they doing. Want to take you right back to that situation. Want to take you right back to that vomit. And they'll be in that same situation, needing somewhere to stay. But want to be your counselor. They're going to counsel you, though. They're going to counsel you and tell you, "Oh, yeah, girl, I'm going to find you somewhere. I'm going to find you somewhere to stay." And it's like for real, this thing, that's making me itch my head. But these are the real psychopaths that they don't want to give God credit for what he's done in your life. They don't want to acknowledge the fact how God has done things in your life. They don't want to accept the fact that you was willing to do the work and walk away from abusive relationships, or walk away from toxic people, or walk away from situations that was no longer serving your highest good or serving your purpose. And the very thing that grinds their gears is they don't want to admit how God used you to test them and they failed. They don't want to admit how God picked you up, dusted you off, brushed you off, and made you over brand new. They don't even want to give him the props. They turning a blind eye to what he done in your life. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. You the CEO. You the CEO of something, and these people standing before you talking about they gonna find you a job. That's a bop. Slap in God's face. How dare you? How dare you not acknowledge what God has done in your life? These are those people. That's their way of slapping God. Bop. I still see your child as someone broken, homeless, struggling, begging. I still see him in lack. I don't care what you done for him, what you doing for him. And you think these people believe in God because they be in church every Sunday, stomping their feet and clapping their hands and putting money in that thing? They'll tell you that. They'll tell you that, but that's not the truth. Just like me, for instance, when I get up here on this platform and I tell my testimony, a lot of y'all do me like that in the comment section. I get up here and I be obedient to God, and he tell me to tell my testimony. And instead of y'all being like, oh my God, if God did it for her, I know God can do it for me. Y'all will get in the comment section and be like, oh my God, I hope you're okay. Take it easy over there. I hope all is well. And it's like, that's a slap in the face to my father, to my ancestors that's telling me to get up here and tell certain testimonies, what they brung me through, what they brung me out. I get a lot of people in my comment section, they do the same thing. They don't get in my comment section and be like, yes, sis, I see how you overcame. Yes, yes, queen. You in position. Yes, you did it. No, y'all get in that comment section and do the same thing. Is you all right? And it's like, dang, a slap in the face to God that people can't see what he's done in my life, what he's doing in my life. But then these are the people that if you give them an opportunity to try to bless you, they don't see you. No, they don't see you. They don't see you. You know, when I get up here and I tell my testimonies of how I overcame and how I healed, y'all will get right in the comment section and try to be my healer. Try to be my counselor. I hope everything's all right over there. I hope you okay. Someone who overcame a situation. Because you're someone who overcame a situation. And these people don't see themselves overcoming these situations. They don't see themselves coming out of this situation. That's why they don't accept your testimony. You know, I get up here and I pour into my channel because I want to free people through my testimony. I want to free people through what I overcame. And I want people to be motivated that God did it for me. He gonna do it for you. Your ancestors, my ancestors did it for me. They gonna do it for you. You gonna free your lineage too. You gonna heal too. I don't get up here and tell my testimonies of really going through things and really healing from them to get pity from y'all or to get sympathy from y'all. But a lot of people, that's what they run off of, pity and sympathy. I run off victory. I run off glory. I run off setting other people free, healing other people. But yet y'all will get right in the comment section and act like y'all finna set me free from something I've been free from 12 years ago, 15 years ago. And that's how people miss their blessing. That's how people miss their mark. Okay. Yeah, God give me the strength to tell my testimony. I got the strength to tell my testimony because I turned it into a testimony. I didn't turn it into life, my life. I didn't turn it into, they turned their situation. This is why they couldn't turn what they going through into their own testimony, because it has become their life. It has become their way of living. That's why it's not a testimony for them. So I just be in awe when I get up here and I give my testimonies and y'all say things like, it's gonna be okay, baby. God gonna make a way for you, baby. That's you taking me back. That's witchcraft. That's you trying to take me back and try to counsel me like I'm going through that situation again. And then it don't really bother me, but these are the messages that God gave me. I be laughing. I be like, ooh, they my counselor. Oh, okay. So they didn't hear when I said God rose me up. They ain't hear that. They ain't hear that. Too busy trying to counsel me. Too busy trying to counsel the counselor. Too busy trying to heal the healer. When they need counseling themselves. When they need healing themselves. But hey, I'm okay with it. I don't, it's weird. It's a weird energy too, but people don't be like, glory or look at God. Like, and this is why it's dangerous to talk to these people, because they're not going to want to give God the glory. They're not going to want to respect your ancestors. They're going to take the credit. They're going to try to wipe it out as if it never existed. And like I say, you sitting here with a goddamn 4-bedroom. You live in a 4-bedroom house, 2-story, 2 garage, and you got 4 other properties you renting out. And now these people talking about, oh, let me find you somewhere to stay. You ain't said nothing about you needed somewhere to stay. That never came out your mouth. Because they liked that picture of you when they saw the worst in you. They saw you at your lowest. They saw you at your worst, and they loved it. And they don't want to say, if God did it for her or if God did it for him, he could do it for me. Because they don't believe in God, first of all. They rather hope all is well with you. God is tired of these people trying to strip away his glory. Trying to strip away the good that he has done on this earth and the good that he has done in your life. He is tired of people doing this to his chosen children. Feeling like ain't no more good people left in this world. Because I had to learn, right? This is what I had to learn. I can meet people right where they at. I can meet you right where you at and accept you. I'm not going to judge you. You be honest with me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, I don't care what you say. Oh, I'm a witch. Okay, baby. Cool. It's the I can meet people where they're at, but people can't meet you where you at. They can't meet you there. Because they would have to accept the fact that you've healed. You overcame. But you can meet people where they at, but they can't meet you where you're at. And they get offended to meet you where you at because you're healed. You're an overcomer. You overcame the situations that have some people sleeping in their graves right now. You overcame situations that got people sleeping in their grave right now. And people will get on here and say, I hope you all right. It's gonna be okay, baby. It's gonna be all right, queen. Knowing they need to be healed. Knowing they need some counseling. Knowing they need some guidance in their life. Because you overcame situations that they stuck in. Don't know how to get out of. These people ain't come back. They'll come back and they'll take the glory away from God by seeing if someone who is unhealed and broken, abused and lost. I wouldn't get up here as someone who is unhealed, broken and lost and try to motivate y'all to do anything. I'm just keeping it all the way real right now. I would not get up here and try to heal people when I'm broken. Or when I'm lost. When I'm confused. I wouldn't do that. That's dangerous. To try to do that to God's people. But this is what they rather do to you though. You done made it, and now they gonna lead you, and they gonna guide you, and they gonna comfort you, and they gonna counsel you. I wouldn't get up here and try to motivate people to get up and heal their bloodline if I wasn't healing my own, or done healed my own. The part that I could heal. Why would I do that? This is what these people will do though. They bloodline all fucked up and hexed up and cursed up, and they steady throwing hexes and curses and verses and things, but they'll get up, they'll get in your life and try to motivate you. That's so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful to God and the ancestors. And it comes with lack of discernment when you don't know for sure what you're really looking at. That's just my personal advice. I would not do that, but they got the nerve to be in position to see you as they saw you 10 years ago. Because that's where they see themselves. That's where they see themselves. How can they see something for you that they don't see for themselves? That's why a lot of people get in my comment section and they wanna counsel me, and but it's a lot of, I hope you're okay. Take it easy. It's like, take it easy for what? Because I'm telling you my testimony? Because God told me to? Does I need to take it easy because of that? Never do I get in my comment section and read, sis, you came and you did what you were supposed to do. Like, no, it's just all But to the next video. I care for you guys. Thank you guys for all your likes and all your comments. I may get on for another, because I do have another message, but okay. I might get on later because I have a meeting and I want to be on time. But I pray that you guys have a blessed, prosperous, productive day. I do not hope. I don't know. That word has just, it just never has resonated with my spirit. I hope, I hope all is well. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you, I just never resonated with that word. So, to the next video.